It's just a little operator error. Let's go, yo.
No,
Shout out to the YouTube. Hit me on the chat. Hit me at Facebook. Earl Porter. You want to tap in on some comments? Any questions you got? We got special indoor guests coming in too. Inside. Ooh, I got some good ass wax too, yeah. We'll get our ass toe up in this joint.
we ain't supposed to be coming through here.
When you pulled that wire out, you pulled something loose. It was almost simultaneous. Nah, I told you when you pull that blue cable, you like unplug something. Where is it going through? The computer?
Yeah, it's going through the computer, but what?
Not back through the board.
Select the speaker.
How you coming into the board from the computer?
Man, when we do everything, we plug in.
USB or is it that headphone jack? It's like when you pull that blue, it's like a sound like something unplugged, and then the music went out our ear.
What, just the
Oh yeah, Facebook got us loud, but yeah, there you go.
There we go.
I heard it.
Gotta troubleshoot. That's all. That's all about troubleshoot.
There we go. Ooh. We be doing it up, yeah. Usually I'm higher than three kites.
All right. Go live again.
Shouts out to Facebook. Shout out to the Voice of Radio. Checky check.
Again.
Oh, Lord Cowan. She needs to bring her little sexy self over here. Miss Cowan, I got some weed for you.
Right.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you now. That was a wild ass night that night. That was one of them ones.
Say something.
Check, check, one.
Yeah.
Woo. It's the Glitchenstein. Glitchy, glitchy.
All right. Here we go.
Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Sohigho Cannabis Show here at the Voice of Radio, where the Sohigho Gas Company come on here and talk about cannabis and cannabis related stuff here at the Voice of Radio studio. As usual, I got my main man EP on the boards today, man. Voice of Radio president, and my name's John Will. I'll get the pleasure of kicking off the Tuesday Power Block with starting off with the Sohigho Cannabis Show here on the Voice of Radio, followed by Al Porter's hip hop show. And then I think we're going to be previewing something new today. My co host on Hot Mess in the Evening, along with me and EP, our girl, Miss Kathy, is going to be bringing y'all some fashion here at 8 o'clock. So tune in and stay in. It's a big day over here, too, because we got I hate calling them the T girls, but
T Squad.
the T Squad.
Some
Even
of them, are they supposed to be here, Kathy on her job?
See, that's what I'm saying. The T Squad is gonna be showing up here today too. So it's a new show coming on. EP and what's his name?
On the T with EP and the mind.
On the T with EP and the mod is gonna be coming on, and the Weed Man is gonna be on there doing a bowl of holes. So whoever win the hole, they smoking out with us. It might be whoever the loser is if they playing for money. Like might be like, yo, you gotta like go get baked out. But look forward to that. Voice of Radio is doing things big over here, and as usual, look up EP. Like I said, if you need consulting in this industry right here, there is no better than my man EP up in here. He been doing it, reporter, and been in news media for decades since the damn AM radio. I ain't gonna tell you those stories. So yeah, the studio. If you got a good show idea, pitch it to my man. Man, studio time is reasonable over here. So tap into the voiceofradio.com and the Voice of Radio studio. Look him up on Earl Porter on the Facebook, and thank y'all so much at the Facebook people for really holding me down, man. I appreciate y'all every week. Shout out to YouTube people, man. We appreciate y'all. This week here on the Ohio Show, we like to talk about information, cultivation, and legalization of the cannabis plant here in Ohio. This past weekend was Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day to all the Father's Day. Happy belated to EP and all the good daddies out there. And everybody talk bad about the sperm donor, but good God, the biology wouldn't even work with that dude too. So whatever reason you luckily got here, and a lot of people trip on that though, EP. Sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
think about how many billions of sperms is in one little skeet skeet, and you're a lucky son of a bitch to make it up to the egg. So
Yep.
life is precious. So no matter how you got here, the dude that had that act, even if you don't like him, he did do that. Even if your mom ain't no good, she still gave you life. So respect the daddies out there, man. Father's Day was good. Got to see my son, new daddy out there. That was very, very good. Always proud of all the good daddies I know out there and the ones that's getting better. That's the other thing. You know, if you don't know what you're doing, like that's a thing that we could take a look at. Here over in the this past weekend was pretty big in town. We're gonna talk about a little bit of the culture and some of the information that was going on around town. Not only was Father's Day on Sunday here in Cleveland, we did have a No Kings. Was that the No King parade protesting Trump and illegal immigration at the same time as Juneteenth was going on, EP. And right in between there, guess what? It was a gap in between the police, between the Juneteenth and the little rioters, and we were smoking weed right in between the
Mm-hmm.
courthouse. And man, it was perfect, EP. It was like a little valley in between everybody, and it was perfect. I should have took his call, but it was a good event. The Juneteenth, it was another J. Cool and all of the legends of the hip hops was up at the Kane Park this weekend, premiering his movie on Tuesday. I don't know why you ain't had him in there. I know he been in here. It's on Tubi. Shout out me and my boys. We got a little cameo. If you look in there, you can see me. I think around talking about Johnny O and stuff like that. So that was very good. And the big event this weekend was Blunts and Baddies. Dolce Leaf Company, once again, best pop ups, hands down. If you don't know, you should know. Tap in to Leaf Company on Instagram. Always at the fire events, man. I'm talking about high quality, dope events. I'll be wanting to put everybody all the way on the game, but I just know you probably be overwhelmed, but it is like they are very successful. I think they missed a month or two, but they back real strong. And here on the 28th, they are going to be throwing another set. It's a pop up at the end of the month, and Frosty's is coming back in town. If you don't know Frosty, he probably got the best bag weed trapping in the neighborhood, and he got a nice clothing line. He kind of kicked off one of the bigger ones first off in town. I got to give it to them. They had one of the livest first pop ups in town that was like more like, being in LA or Detroit for a good pop up. And it was good. So they'll be back on the 28th. And we also have our people over there at the Cleveland Cannabis Music Festival. Uh, it's going to be, I think they want to have one every once a month. I know one is going to be at the Vortex on Britain Road in Akron on the September 6th, but I think like August 18th at the fairground, it's going to be a hash edition of that one, and that'll be good also. So if you're looking for things to do in the cannabis, something to do, like I like to say, you don't want to like throw it all the way weed. You just got to be like, you don't want to throw an all the way weed event. I think you want to be cannabis friendly for the 21 years and over. Set them apart because people will get a contact. Now, if you really want the contact, go to one of these pop ups, and it is very, very, very good. They get down. It's a lot of products, a lot of new stuff out, and then you can see the difference between fake weed and real weed, and you'll see why you probably shouldn't buy no weed out the gas station. Good growers. Uh, Took a little ride up to Michigan yesterday. Didn't do a lot of videoing because we just was hanging out a little bit, but the farms is looking good. So we're gonna get into a little bit of the cultivation, and that is growing the weed and getting your seeds in the ground. So last week we really talked about getting your seedlings, and I had a good question that came up on the internet, and they asked, "What do I do when my seedlings stretch?" What do I mean like by that? When you put your seed into the dirt and it first start growing, right? You don't want it to grow far out your solo cup or your little planter. You don't want it to stretch very, very tall because the bud structure is going to get so close to the light. So how you keep your plant short, say you was at a cup and you wanted to keep the plant long. The way you do that is you have to get lower the light. So you want the cup either, I'm talking about maybe about 12 inches away. And at this stage, you shouldn't be under your LED lights. You should be under a little bit of a grow light. You could use a LED light, but not nothing into the high wattage because you'll just burn that little seedling up once it comes up. So you have to like use certain grow lights, or that's about the best way to do it. A lot of people like this time of year get it off by being outdoors. So you got to think like right now. Um, you are outside and we got a lot of sunlight. So you think that little bit in the morning before they say the sunrise, you get like probably an hour before they say it's up, and then after it's set, it's still light. So you really getting about, I'm gonna say about 14 to 15 hours worth of sunlight. So it's gonna automatically stay into veg, and veg is the first step. Like after you pop your seed and you want it low to the cup, you want it low to the cup, so you want the stalks to start spreading out. I'll bring a plant in. I think I got some clones that's coming up, and I'll show y'all like next week exactly what I mean. But lower the light down. Somebody just like they love the seeds. They didn't want to top it yet, and topping it means you just got to go in and cut the top of that thing off right there to lower the plant. But the biggest thing to do is lower your lights or raise your seedlings up so they only about like 12 inches away from your light. If you are super nerd and you worried about your PPFD, that's that light measurement, and the color of the light measurement is really about the intensity of the light, not so much the color spectrum. But the PPFD, you want to only be about 200 to 250 in the seedling veg state. You do not want to get light burn on your seedlings because they are just can't handle it. Cause soon as that little stalk grow up, that's gonna be the weakest part. So out of that seed, when that little stalk come up, too much light just cook that thing, and you'll get light burn on that. And you want in that stage, in the seedling stage, where we're talking about when it's in your little solo cup and you just pop the seed and it's coming up, sometimes you want to just put a little toothpick next to that seedling. If you feel like it's not standing up good, just get a little toothpick right next to it with a little twisty tie, and you can hold your seedling up so it can give it a little bit of strength till the root system grow a little bit better, and then you can it'll start standing on their own. But the question that was asked was, how do we stop the stretch? And you have to get the plant closer to the light source, but be careful of light burn. So if you go in your tent and you put your plants next to 1,000 watt high pressure sodium, or your LEDs that's kicking at 400 or even 100 watt LED light, you will burn that plant up. You need to be about, I'm just gonna guesstimate 24 to, no, I'm gonna say 26 to some 28 inches away from the top of your light. And that's in veg. That's in veg if you can. That's why we have adjustable lights, so they're on the string in the pulley system. That's why you want to do that. But sometimes, like I have, just to keep everything happy in my garden, I raised my seedlings up when they first went in there to keep the stretch. But me, they in two different tents for me. My like pre-veg stage is a lot different than most people. I almost got a separate tent for that because I believe in like 77 degrees, and I like to keep it a little bit on the humid side, more like 70 degrees humidity, really with it sweating. But also remember, you do have to have air circulating. If you do not have air circulating somehow around your seedlings at such a moist temperature, then you will develop mold. So that is very, very important in the seedling stage. It's a lot of information that you can find on YouTube, but like I will always tell you guys, you have to just follow one person. Don't follow like a little bit of this guy and a little bit of this guy. Follow somebody in a baseline before you know what you're doing, and then you can, and then you'll be able to make some changes to that. Now, after you get out of that seedling stage, right now, another question that came up was, how do you, how do you, can you start your outdoor plants budding earlier? Here in Ohio, after the last couple of years of growing outdoors, I'm gonna say that the only way you can do it is take them inside and force them into 12 and 12. Or they do have like light depth situations where you got a greenhouse that you could cover the whole plant up, and then you could force it into 12 and 12, and then maybe you could kick it outside. In general, here in Ohio, you are not going to flip into flower, that's the budding part, until about August. And I'm going to say mid August is when it naturally happens. And then you got about 2 months to 2 to 3 months to to rush to get it to bud, and hopefully the snow don't come get you. But it's not gonna happen before August. The only other thing you could do is, like I said, take your outdoor plants indoors and then trick them out like that. And that's pretty much the only thing you can do besides the light depth temp, and that is light depreciation tents. And what those are is just like, say you got a tent that's a blackout tent, and it's like your curtains that don't let no light in. A lot of people doing that outdoors for their greenhouse because they could control, like you say, the flipping the bud. When you flip it in the bud from veg, you go from a light cycle from somewhere from 18 to 24 hours on. So you can leave them on all the time in veg. Soon as you flip it, the bud is 12 on, 12 off. To do that in an outdoor situation, you can see how hard that is. You get up in the morning, about 4 o'clock, actually 4 or 5 o'clock, the sky starts turning colors, and the plant still starts making photosynthesis. So it's gonna think that it's in veg. So it's never gonna think that it's at the end of the season and it need to flip the flower in outdoor plants. So that's just a tip to remember. If you really want to do something like that and you was really feeling like that, just do some research. I'll come back with some names, some good auto plants that you could put outdoors like that, and that will probably get you in the bud quicker with probably, because remember, autoflower seeds are already budding soon as they start coming up. Technically, it's a little bit of a trip. You have to grow them a little bit and try that out, but it's definitely worth doing. Putting something outside. Some of the best weed last year out of California, number three in the San Francisco uh, High Times Cup, was a light depth plant that was outdoors, and that's the highest it had ever grown to. Because nothing could beat the light from the sun. You just never be able to beat that. So I think I had one more little point about cultivation that I was thinking about. Don't forget your worm casters and take care of your dirt. If you go back from last week, we talked a lot about dirt and how we put the dirt together. So rewind these and use them almost as a reference point so you could go back and bone up on this. Email me at Sohigho, Sohigho 216 at Gmail for all your questions. We're going to take a little quick short break, and then we're going to come back with a special guest in-house in the studio. Welcome. We're going to, who we kicking it to? All right.
Just go to break. Eric Wilson.
We got my man Eric Wilson coming up, Nerve DJ, super producer from Cleveland, Ohio, and he got to be smoking something if he on this show. We'll be right back. Shout out. Come on up, big bro. Oh, yeah, you come up, man. If you catch right over there, you good. Maybe at the pink headphones there. Yeah, Eric, you right here, huh?
I'm not on my headphones.
Okay.
I'm just rolling up.
Oh yeah, you can roll up all day. We can't smoke in here though, but what you be? Yeah, we can't light up.
Okay.
I wish, man.
Oh, okay.
How we doing?
What's
today,
up? I'm
man?
good,
Shit,
bro.
man. Yeah. I don't know why we don't bump into each other a lot more, but what you smoking on?
Oh man.
You know I love talking about people weed because it ain't no good though. What you
What a
smoking?
bathroom.
Like right around the door and then right over to there.
Oh,
Yeah.
to the right and the.
Yeah.
Okay.
How we done? You go to the pop up this weekend?
No, I work for the weekend.
Man.
What's up, man?
All right.
Say that again.
Yeah. Huh?
Say that again. Dave. Dave.
What's this one right here?
That shit's
Grew
good.
this?
Shit.
Oh
Oh,
man.
that smell like real
I'm
good.
doing that. Here, this one
Cold milk.
see the rainbow pack, man. I be having to know what I be smoking, man. I be like so hard on myself, man. I grew this one right here. Yeah, I get with it. Yeah.
Do that?
Huh?
Do that?
Yeah. I'm about 2 years in, popping out some good shit, bro. I
Yeah.
got it down.
Sasha, right?
Yeah.
John Will, the weed man.
How we doing?
Dave, I guess you the weed man too.
Obviously.
The other weed man.
The other weed man, here goes some wax I got too. You doing the wax?
Yeah. This is just Ohio Cannabis show.
Oh, it's the camera show. Oh, no, I smoke.
On my weed.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get down, bro. Yeah, we used to, till the kindergarten and start hanging around a little more. We used to get busy a little bit. Second show we don't do bad. I know my man ain't nervous, man. Shout out to Roy Woods Jr. too. Give him a little shout out.
Bring it on in.
Huh?
Sit down when you come in. Bring it on in.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome back to the Sohigho Gas Company. We gonna keep going. Our little guest, I would say he probably in the bathroom smoking something to roll. Huh?
Why you call him a little guest?
Why I call him little? I ain't calling him little. That man got big
Dave,
stature.
did you say our little guest?
Okay, if I say that, EPB be on one sometime. I be bugging because I be smoking a lot too. But no, we got,
right there.
yeah, these ones right here.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a special guest in the house tonight. It's our pleasure. We got the one and only Eric Wilson in the house. I don't know all your
What up?
all your accolades. It's a poop ton. Me, I know super producer, produce a lot of things. Nerve DJ recently, Nerve DJ Academy. Also a teacher, so that's very good. Teaching the youth of Cleveland a skill and a trade in the music industry. But tell the little people a little bit about your resume then.
Let me see. Where should I start? What are you talking about?
Let's go back. Let's go into how you get into the music then. How you?
I got into music. Period.
Yeah, let's give it a little quick. How you get to
All
that?
right. So I think it was just like kind of like in my blood. My father was a trumpet player, a really renowned one back in the day. And
Okay.
then my family, my uncle Pat and my uncle Ray, they were like with the Duke Ellington Orchestra. So
Wow.
whenever Duke Ellington would get sick, they would need like conduct the orchestra and stuff like that. And so it's kind of like in the blood. My cousins like Dave and Lynn Tolliver. And,
Okay, there you go. You
Evelyn Champagne King, Frankie Beverly, the late Frankie Beverly is
Yeah.
my cousin.
you from?
Even the late Silver B was my cousin.
Oh, no joke, cause you from the Levert family, so you just breathe over that. Just treble. Did you get started in treble production?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Nah,
You ain't do no work in treble.
never. I met Joe Little back in the day in trouble, but at that time, we didn't know we were relatives at that time.
Oh, that's
So during that time, I was like with Mo Thug.
okay. So that's another part about your history. How did your relationship come along with Bone Thug?
When I came home from the military, I got with my dudes, and we, solidified a group called Bar None.
I remember
And
Bar None.
yeah,
EP.
and then and through that relationship with that group and a couple of people that we grew up with, we ended up getting introduced
EP.
to Mo Thug through Lazy Bone and Flesh and Bone, and we ended up signing a deal with FBI Incorporated. That's Flesh and Bone's leg, and
Okay.
ended up with Mo Thug. Yeah, and I
No.
started producing different groups in Mo Thug and working with Bone in the studio and things of that nature.
Who made that damn cowboy track? Was that you?
No, no, no. I didn't do anything on those family scripture tracks.
Nah. Okay.
Nah, nah.
I love that
I'm not
damn.
saying anything bad about it, but no, I didn't have anything to do with Mo Thug family scriptures.
Okay. So what would be like if the fans out there? What would you say one of your most from that era? I know you be putting out stuff
Yeah.
on a regular, but say out of that era, if somebody, the young kids don't know nothing, what would be a throwback song that you produced it from that era? You like these? I'm proud of that one. I like
So
that.
it was a cut that was real crazy in the underground called Mind of a Hustler.
Okay.
And then I produced also for show on the So Flossy single Midwest Mafia.
I do
And a
remember
lot of the
so
other
far.
Midwest Mafia songs. Matter of fact, the majority of the rest of that project was my production on Midwest. And then so I did that, some Chino Needle stuff. J. Cool, Six Niggas, Five Blunts.
Oh yeah.
Um, that went to the charts. I produced that. Anything I Want to Say, Shimmy Shimmy.
Hmm.
Those singles, I produced all of those. Um, I don't know.
That's a
It's a lot
decent.
of- a lot of-
That's a decent ass discography, man. Shout out to J. Cool, 216 Legends of the Hip Hop, and I do see you all over that joint too, man. That's so crazy, but rightly.
the Drunk High and Sober album.
I think it's some clip. Well, I saw your clips to the promo going into his 216 The Legend.
Oh yeah, yeah. A
the
lot of the
hip-hop legend.
music that you hear in that documentary, that's my music playing behind those interviews.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then a couple of the locations is my house with some of those interviews, and
Okay.
a couple of them is my studio that they doing those interviews.
That is really fresh. And if those who don't know, look up 216 The Legends on Tubi. That's out right now. And you can see exactly, and just to let y'all know, that did premiere like last year in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes.
So he's probably like history forever because that's going to be put into the archive. So,
Oh yeah, actually, that doc is definitely in the archives, but also my first solo album, because of this doc and J. Cool's efforts. My first solo album called The Warm Up is also in the Rock Hall archive.
that is so dope. And shout out to the Rock Hall because my man Dave won a bunch of people that they really got. Like Dave was 15 when he got his first mural down there. So it's a lot, and I do appreciate them looking out for Cleveland and local artists and giving some shine to the people that's right here, especially in the hip hop. And I'll give it to them. Like '98, they did throw the hip hop conference down there also. So they've been real good about working with the people. Did you do anything on this June 10th up at the Kane Park thing?
No, no, no,
No,
no.
you cut on his ass.
No, I'm too busy. Not. I could have, but man, this project that I'm working on, the reason why I'm going around doing these interviews, this huge project just got me consumed because I'm the one mixing all of
Okay.
these songs, and it's a double CD, so it's like 30 something songs, and I produce every one of them. I rap on every one of them, so I got a big mammoth situation, and
Right.
I'm the only engineer, so I've been missing out on different events because I don't mind doing it because the project is something special right now.
Right. So, what's the name of this project? And you working on it by yourself? 30 songs, double album, unheard of in today's music scene.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's called The Confluence,
the Confluence.
which is basically a merging of artists and ideas. You know? So
So,
basically, a whole bunch of people influencing each other as a group or as a situation
hmm
becomes a confluence. And
That's
that's the
dope.
name of the album.
How many artists you working with on this?
It's about 40.
About 40. Good
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
All local or where you at?
every single one of them from Cleveland,
That is like really
including people, you know, including MC Chill,
okay.
Dave Tolliver, Pratt from Brothers for the Struggle,
Yeah,
K Chill from Band Aid Boys
right.
and Bone, um, Jazz from Two True from Oka, Thoroughbred, and a lot of Killer Smooth from Midwest Mafia,
Okay.
and a lot of other names like that. Plus, of course, I said what 40 artists, so you got like
Yep.
uh, 30 other artists from Cleveland emerging, and some of them more notable than others, but everybody sounding good on the project.
Are you are you doing any of this work at the Nerve DJ or are you doing this all at your studio?
Everything is at my studio.
Wow. So how long?
Yeah.
Speak on that a little bit. Like when did you go from just maybe starting in music to just making this more like a business career? When did that kind of take? When was that transition?
Shoot, man, let me tell you, I knew that one day I was gonna make some money doing hip hop. Back when I was like 12 years old.
Mm.
You know, that was 1985. If you want to, you know, date it. So back in like '85, I knew that I had something going with the rap thing. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I went to the 7th grade and was battling everybody and didn't lose the whole school year. And I had
Okay.
just started rapping the summer before 7th grade started. So I just picked up on it, I had this knack. And I was like, okay. Plus I was like a straight A student, so I was like, either I'm going to do some business and be an entrepreneur doing this stuff, or I'm
Right.
going to actually be the rapper and the producer, because I've been making my own music since I was like 4 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up doing them both. It's like a duality. So that's when I knew, bro.
Huh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, EP just gave me the old ghetto ass. And when it's so funny when you say that like 80, 85 when he
Yeah.
talking about that shit. EP was no 80s. He was about to be good. He's on his way to Uncle Sam.
So we,
All right, we gonna bring a song up. We got
you
some
got that
music.
low.
I got all in big brown bag.
So we go since this is the name of your show got something to do with medicine.
Yeah, so
We're
Sohigho.
gonna start with the song featuring Killer Smooth. He now call himself, by the way, City Streets. But this is Eric Wilson featuring Killer Smooth from Midwest, formerly of Midwest Mafia. The name of the song is called Blowing Big.
All right. Look at that. See, always that's that good ass weed. So Ohio always get the good ass weed. We always late getting this show on. Could we be smoking? Huh? You figured it out?
Yeah, I was just on the wrong song.
All right, man. Coming up is Blowing Big, and we'll take a little break. Hey, my man. I got you, YouTube. There you go. You smoke getting this one up? No. You was smoking before you broke it?
Oh, we be smoking in the lab, yeah.
All the time?
All the time. I'm never really in the lab, so unless I'm mixing.
Man, I'll make you get in there. So, no, I'll make you quit. I try to make you quit. You be wax too? Oh,
You mean like that?
yeah.
Yeah.
That right, yeah. I got some fire. I got a couple good packs though. I ain't gonna hold you. A couple. Not this one. I got the sour. No, this one. That one. The smack-a-lacka. Not like that sour though. I keep selling her that sour. That one go hard. And I got this purple crack also though. Yeah. That one. That one purple crack right there. This one, I grew this. That's out my garden. It's still low. I need to leave the jar open. Let it dry. Probably about another day. I ain't been burping it good. Yeah, it got that way. It smelled good. Yeah, I grow that side. Yeah, that's straight out my garden.
I'm the last verse, my people. I'm the last verse. Engineer, rapper, and producer. Like this they playing my album that's coming out July the 4th.
That's the time. That's the time.
Yeah, you hear it? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The time.
Don't
Wait for me. Yeah. Killer Smooth was like, man, play this up. I'm like, okay. So I just played it.
Yeah, be a time thing to that.
Ah. Oh, fuck. I opened it the wrong way.
Yeah, that's a straight cookout joint, boy. That's it, though.
Thank you.
You know,
Oh, yeah. That shit's hot, man. Blowing big, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If around the world, if y'all don't know, that's a little bit of Cleveland slang for shit. I'm blowing big. That mean we smoking on gas. That mean you got better than the average weed. You be like stumping. I say that shit because the rookies never got no good ass weed up in here. Don't buy no damn weed out no gas station. And I'll be remiss to tell y'all motherfuckers that every week, go low and slow on them damn gummies. You can eat too many damn gummies. That's a service announcement
Yeah, you can.
from the
You can.
Sohigho Gas Station too. So we was talking a little bit while we was listening to that, and you made this. I was like, oh, so you was smoking through that? But you let me know like you smoked doing all your sessions. So
Basically, yeah.
this being a cannabis show, how do you think the cannabis plant affect you? Do you think it's a creativity part? Is
Yeah.
it like let you see it through a different perspective? Like what
It's,
do you?
it's definitely a creativity thing. It lets you hone in. It help you block out everything like, distractive
Yeah.
thoughts, and it lets you just concentrate on what you're doing. And because it got you like that, your mind goes in places you really wouldn't usually go because it is open. It does have all that space to work. So now you're making melodies and choosing instruments that you might not have never even thought about using, going in directions that
I don't be thinking
end up
about
ill.
I don't be. I don't,
You look at it.
I don't be thinking about a damn thing.
See, but when you sit in front of the keyboard,
But EP smoke all goddamn day. I want to be honest with you. For him to say he a lie, cause he live his life high. I ain't gonna tell you,
They're
damn
creative
story.
all day though.
Bro, he do though. He is. And then other people. I've been here long enough, and I've been studying this plant for long enough. And I'm gonna tell everybody, it's an individual thing. If you think you got a type like him, ease into it. Don't go smoking where he at right now. Definitely don't try to come over here and match blunt for blunt or joint for joint with EP. You ain't gonna make it, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I smoke a lot, and EP smoke a lot, like a lot. So you have to be careful, and that is for some people it might be creative. That's what I'll be asking. Would it be more sativa or indica, or do you like a hybrid?
I'm not sure, man. I just be smoking.
Right.
Number one, I have a lot of sessions with a lot of clients and a lot of artists over my house, so I smoke whatever comes through the crib.
Okay.
I don't really buy marijuana.
No shit.
No.
You trade for damn studio time?
No, I don't trade. No, I don't trade. I'm not. I just smoke. It's always getting blazed. It's always getting packed.
Oh, that's because you doing sessions.
So
So
I'm
you,
doing sessions, yeah. So I'm always smoking, and then I get, they'll leave me some just on the strength like a tip.
right.
So I'm always got some, something in my possession.
Yeah, shout out to my man D Selector. He got another studio up in this
My
joint
nigga
too.
D,
Yeah, and he smoke all the time too, but
Yeah.
shit, he smoke a lot. Do you think do you do gummies or do you do anything else? Do you like the short, do you like the flower? Let me just ask you, is that your preference, is the flower or gummies or dabs?
I like the flower.
The flower.
Yeah,
It's-
I'll do gummies, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not gonna do too much in conjunction with smoking because I like the active smoking. You know how people like smoking cigarettes,
Right.
that whole thing. I
Yeah.
like that whole action.
It's a hand and mouth. It's called what they call hoof and mouth disease. It's actually a thing that even when you quit drinking or smoking, you have to cure that habit.
Yeah.
And that is a thing. That's why sometimes when the weed we smoking right now, I got some shit. This is hours I got up here on this damn table. That shit's like in the 33, 34-ish range. It's actually too strong because of exactly what you said. It's I would rather smoke it for, I want to be out there for about 10 minutes so I could like step away. And I'm used to that timing.
Uh-huh.
This weed is too damn strong. Halfway through, I be like, nah, or I'm about to be stupid. I can't be like EP. Sometimes I'm smoking at 11:30, and I'm gonna put that mug out if I gotta go talk to some people down at City Hall or whatever like that, though.
I can't smoke it in the studio late. I can, I start dozing.
Yeah.
Earlier than what I really would if I wasn't smoking. So I got to be careful at night when I'm trying to get something done.
So with that last song, do you think it was a specific strain that led you to any of them tracks? Do you have like do you like remember like, yeah, I was smoking on that run, so I was smoking on that purple.
That was actually Killer Smooth's herb, bro. I don't know what he blazed, but it took us there. Killer creative. Killer is creative anyway. So
Right.
that music, that herb took that music to another level, and I just vibed off him when I made the music. He wanted that vibe off of what was at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted. I just.
That's it. He's making a reference to that sample in the Blowing Big track. Yeah, in EP. No, I think we got another track queued up to show a little bit of your talent, and then we're gonna get back and tell people how they can find you and a little bit maybe if your studio is for sale. Which one?
Let's go with No It Ain't.
We got All In or Unconfirmed.
No It Ain't. Featuring. Yeah, it's called No It. You see it?
We got Miss Kathy in the building.
What about All In?
Superstars in the house tonight.
Those yours?
Yeah, those mine, but I don't want to play those.
You want that?
You don't see No It Ain't nowhere in that batch.
It didn't download.
EP, I
It should
swear
be
that
like 13 something.
y'all should see him on Facebook and YouTube. What he be doing? He be back there directing and shit, like just counting us down. And now it's his turn to cue this music in.
I thought I only had 2 songs.
You hear that? You hear that right there? He said, "I thought I had the
I
blunt.
thought I had 2 songs.
You see them? You see the rest of them?
Hold on.
I thought I had the blunt. I thought I had the blunts, man. I ain't had no more damn blunts, man. He left his milk earlier, man. EP is one of the older black men I ever known in America that still drink milk. The rest of us, I swear to God, like 88% of us is lactose intolerant. Doing almond milk.
Almond milk.
Man, not EP, man. He lived in the suburbs. Don't let him fool you, man. That's some of that little Shaker Heights rubbed off on him somehow or something. I don't know. He was in here with cow's milk and some don't. Yeah, he's ready to get it in, boy. You get it yet, big bro? Oh yeah, he'll let us know when it's on though. But then I think when is the last time you played out?
When I did a show?
Yeah.
It's been a minute. I just did something like last month though with Stone
Okay.
the Butcher.
Stoney the Butcher, man. It
Yeah.
almost reminded me of Stony Burke. You know Stony Burke?
Talking about Kermit Henry?
Yeah, I was about when you said Stony, that was the first thing everybody knows. So yeah, you definitely know some history. Like how far you go back? You go back to the obviously when you got started. You still was when Dials Rapid, Nickies,
Yeah,
and
yeah. I dealt
so
with
you
every,
was.
I dealt with all of them.
Did you make any? Was you making music when they still was selling CDs and tapes?
Yeah, I started in '85.
Oh yeah, so it was still that's when the one stop shop out all the way down Twinsburg. We used to go put our music in there.
Yeah.
That was a little sneaky sneak. We had actually got Slope who was on WCSB. He got
No, it ain't.
yeah, he got in there. So yeah, we got this next track coming up in 29. It's
Hey,
coming.
it's called No It Ain't. It's featuring my man. Y'all know who Thoroughbred is, right? Mr.
Yeah.
Thoroughbred.
Yeah.
So this is me featuring Mr. Thoroughbred. No, it ain't. It's I'll tell you.
Yeah, I don't even know. Sometimes it'd be a little bit. All right, here we go. Check it out, everybody. Oh, it's just almost. Now here we go. He working on a Pentium 1.
That's what the song is about. Like, no, it ain't.
Oh shit. Then we'll get you where you located, get all your information. I do want to touch back on Nerve DJ, and then yeah, just for a bit, because that's good for the kids, though. Even though they shouldn't be listening to this shit.
One behind you. Up under there. Oh, yeah, keep it in on this album.
Yeah, it's going.
Uh, glitchy glitch. Oh shit. That one right there, man. I like the tempo of both of those. That one like really like that's like some lyrical tossing it around right there, man. It's a lot like you gotta like sit down on some of those lines. So that's a dope ass one.
Good looking,
Definitely
good looking.
definitely a good one though. So before we get this is our last little block before we get out of here, and I know you've been not just a producer yourself, but you've been instructing young producers about over here with the one and only my man Johnny O over at the Nerve DJ Academy.
Mhm.
Talk about a little bit about you being in there teaching the kids.
Man, it's a good man. This number one is a great thing. Shout out to DJ Johnny O and the whole staff, the whole
Yeah.
brainchild of this whole situation to help the community in this way. So yeah, so basically, right, anybody can become a student. You go to, by the way, you go to nervedjinstitute.org, and
Okay.
you can get information on how to become a student and what the program offer. and all of that good stuff. But as far as the students that we've been working with since the beginning, it's been juvenile delinquents through the county.
Oh no shit.
So we're
You know
like,
that was a group too, though, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
juvenile delinquents.
Yeah, that was EP was starting in that shit. Then he moved on up to the big house. They was like, "Fuck that, you as a regular delinquent nigga."
But yeah, so basically we work with students that's kids that become students because they have a record, they going through the probationary period
Right.
and stuff like that. And we're one of the programs that helps qualify them, that gives them some type of like part of completing their program.
That is really
So we're
dope.
one of the options that they have, you know what I'm saying? And these kids, they get paid to be there, by the way. They get paid a weekly
So
stipend.
fuck.
What's it?
Look, he about to make a crime. He about to commit a crime.
What's that success looking like?
It's
yeah.
great. You mean what at the end of the program?
Yeah.
What happens to that particular student?
Yeah, what's been going on with them?
I would say about 90% of the time. There's been one that slipped up. It's been one student that slipped up and got in some more trouble. I think that it was during the program before graduation.
Okay.
But most of the time, they come out and they end up doing bigger and better things.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to get back with the program. We even hired one and came back as an assistant instructor.
Wow.
Paid
That
them
is
like
very
$20-some
good.
an hour to just assist.
Yeah.
You feeling me? So, and then Johnny O also got the program where they can go into construction because, Johnny O's
Yeah.
connected with the construction union.
Yeah.
They can get in on the apprenticeship program and start making $20-some an hour, with that program. But most of the time, like we got a particular success story. This guy that chose DJing because the program
Right.
offers podcasting, DJing, production, and
DJ. Yeah.
online radio.
Okay.
Yeah, that type. But one of the guys graduated from DJing and didn't had gigs since the week he graduated.
Dope.
And has DJed for the mayor at least like on 3 different occasions.
Really
Political events and everything. Shout out to DJ Coco Z. She one of the main DJ instructors down there.
Oh, really?
Doing that part of the program. I teach beats.
Okay.
Music production, how to create a song, how to produce.
That
You
is,
know what I'm saying? So yeah.
that
So,
is so such a good thing.
These parents be crying at the graduation, and sometimes
Well,
they
sometimes
should.
the students, yeah.
They should, cause that sound like a good ass thing.
We
Cause
got students that came in introverts and left and came out talking and being more social
Right.
and being able to engage and deal with other students and adults just because they're dealing with us and we treating them with respect and they treating us with respect and they kind of
so
learn
good.
how to really get along with each other. You know what I'm saying? And they realize they learning a skill. This is almost vocational. When you're
Yeah.
learning beats, when you're learning something in today's society that can turn into money,
right,
this is not just some street
you better keep it
hip-hop
at
thing,
that.
if you want to, quote unquote thing. This is like some real skills, communication skills, how to get a gig, how to present yourself professionally with
Yeah.
others, and how to sustain that and keep it going and grow your business.
That is so dope.
We gotta bring you in here to visit our students.
Yeah, 'cause that's a-
broadcasting program starts couple months.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because EP do work with kids too, and he worked with some youngsters too, so he has a patience. The juveniles is one thing. He be in here with the toddlers up in this joint, boy.
Yeah.
But they interesting though.
Maybe like that.
But it
He
is,
the mic and all kinds of shit.
and I like that because every generation is gonna have their own voice. So it's not something like these skill sets is gonna change. If you learn the basics, what he's saying, and then you put this, it's sort of like what I'm doing. But I'm age gated. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you can't mess around over here, and without being over 21. So this ain't that's the field for
Yeah, I
you to
feel
get
you.
into. But over in the music side, that's very good. Now, if people wanted to get in touch with you, or I know you gave us the nervedj.org, and how do people get in touch with you for your studio time? What's your Instagram and all of that good stuff right there?
For studio time, actually, starting today, I'm unveiling the scratchpaperproductions.com site. That's the URL. Just go there. You
Okay.
can book studio time right there on the site. If you are not comfortable with that yet, you can still reach me directly at any social media site. Hit me with a DM. It's at Eric Wilson Beats with a Z on Instagram, at Eric Wilson Beats with a Z too, or Scratch Paper Productions on Instagram, or you can email me at scratchpaper@gmail.com, just like it's spelled, scratchpaper@gmail.com, or you can hit me on Facebook.
Yeah,
You know,
he active on Facebook too.
I'm
So
very
shout
active
out.
on Facebook.
We do good on Facebook. Facebook is our biggest audience
Yeah.
too. So he is very, very active on
Yeah.
Facebook. Definitely always
But-
putting up neighborhood
But
stuff.
I'm just gonna repeat that website, scratchpaperproductions.com. You can pretty much go there and hit me up for all your needs. That's production, studio time, beats, all that good stuff.
All right, just a little housekeeping over here. Don't forget we got Roy Woods Jr. possibly coming in here tonight. Here on the Voice of Radio, like I say, I kick it off every damn Tuesday with the Sohigho Gas Station show. Next up, we got Al Porter's Hip Hop Workshop. And then after that, we got a special one. I don't even know. We got the hottest show in the evening on any Tuesday night. Hot Mess in the Evening. If you want to laugh and bust a gut, I promise you, I'm very hard to make laugh, and we laugh very hard every night. Hot Mess in the Evening with my man EP on the board. Special guest, thank you to my man Eric Wilson, man. No doubt about it. Thieveland original up in this joint, man. Been
Yes.
putting it down for a long, long time. Thank him so much for coming in the house. Don't forget, I will tell you till I'm dead. You can eat too many goddamn gummies. Be careful. You go low and slow. What I mean about that is a low dose. Don't go in there eating 100 milligrams. You eat 5 milligrams and wait 30 to 40 minutes. If it's your first time, wait about a good hour before you take another one. You can eat too many gummies. Be very, very careful with all edibles. That's the herb. Anything that's got liquid THC in it, you got to be very, very careful with it. And like we always say, thank y'all for tuning in to the damn best cannabis show here in Ohio and in the world. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all of that good stuff that you do. And like my man EP always say, smoke weed so you don't punch somebody in the face.
Yeah, right.
Peace. Thank you, man.
Good stuff, good stuff.
All
Appreciate
right,
you,
man. Yeah, no, appreciate you, man. Good, easy interview, man. That was good. You got good information, man.
Good
Now
luck
let's
to you.
get out here. This one for you. This is super glue right here, man.
This is
Thanks
for-
for
this is
coming
a
on.
gift?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's for
beautiful.
being on the cannabis show.
Appreciate
But
it.
I almost want to you ain't gonna smoke. I almost want to hit that damn thing, but I hate that paper, man.
I only smoke natural hemp.
Hold on, let's go, huh?
I only smoke natural hemp, bro.
You only smoke natural? Oh, that's my man. Let me get you something right to match you back. I see how you want.
You like those
You
two
got something. I know you got
songs?
something to put it in.
Think about this, it's 30 something.
I know, man. Appreciate
So,
it.
I sent you 13.
Yeah, that's purple track, man. They gotta get in
Hey,
touch
we
with
can
you,
talk
man.
about them, and if you want, I don't care. Just let me know. Be like, we're gonna do a sneak, just every now and then. You can sneak one that you like add to the mix and be like, this is a sneak peek of
You
your
on
flow.
Hot Mess?
Yeah.
Maybe on Tuesday, maybe next week.
Shout out.
You can,
Peace.
You know, in your own, you know, you crafty. Just if you want to do some sneak peeks, just announce it, kind of almost let people know.